So we got the movie The Shift 2023 is a sci-fi fantasy drama movie with religion aspects to it. We meet Daniel, our main character, and basically he gets shifted into another Earth. He wants to find a way back to the love of his life. And after a mysterious man known as the Benefactor, he is the one that helps him, hey, join my cause in helping of the shifting of other people, which shifting in terms of the movie is literally taking one person and putting him on a different Earth or different universe that they're still there, which is crazy. And after praying to God because he knows this is like a trap or a setup or like evil intentions, he goes away, the Benefactor, only for 5 years later to come back to reach chaos. Will Daniel ever find the love of his life and go back to Earth, or will the Benefactor win and turning Daniel into one of his followers? Find out as we talk about it. This movie came out of left field. When choosing what to review for the YouTube channel this week, I was gonna go see Silent Night, but then this little indie movie, well, it's not an indie movie because it's made by Angel Studios, and with a production budget of $6.5 million, I'm like, dude, I had to go see this movie. Not in terms of the sci-fi and the fantasy, but in terms of the religion, and of course there's romance because he's trying to find a way back to his wife, and you do see that romance play out in terms of the movie. Like, you see them talk, you see them hang out, you see them grow as a family, you see them getting ripped away, but it's still like, I always imagine myself in different realities. Sometimes when I go out, for example, on Black Friday weekend, I went to TGI Fridays. I had some drinks before I went out to the club. Sometimes in the bathroom, I would always talk, hey, other Jesses, what are you doing right now? Maybe one of them is a star in the football team. Maybe one of the guys is having a family. Maybe another Jess is a celebrity. You know, hopefully they're not doing bad things, but I always would want to meet my other Jesses because I do believe in that. I do believe there's other me's and different universes, different like shifts or parallel similarities in terms of timeline. So I do want to meet them. And I feel like this movie doesn't answer that question, but opens the door for us to step inside and be like, what would it be if that were to happen to us? And I also love the religion aspects to it because if you're Catholic or Christianity, I feel like this movie could open the door and bridge the gap for future installments in terms of movies in that area, such as Christianity. It takes, I don't want to say inspiration from the book of Job, but it does have that religious aspects in here because there's God in the forefront of this movie. He prays to God, he talks about God, God is testing him. Even the Benefactor itself is the devil. Like, when I first was watching the movie, I'm like, is this a reincarnation of the devil himself, like trying to protect him in like his circle, be like, oh, you gotta come with me, I can give you everything you want? Because of course, if you're not a religious person, then this movie will not probably appeal to you. But since I'm trying to be religious, I'm trying to talk to God, trying to like pray to him, be like closer to him. And I feel like with me, with God, me and him have this relationship in terms of movie. There was another movie that came out a few weeks ago called After Death. So I feel like God is talking to me personally as a YouTuber, as a man that loves movies, that this is how connection, because everyone's different relationship with God. And of course with Daniel, and like, he's a relatable guy. He grew to love a girl only for that girl to be ripped away and for him to be placed in a different universe and Earth, and all he's trying to do is try to get by in this rundown Earth in a different parallel. This Earth that we get transported to is not as neon, as colorful as the one we are now. I think it's like cyberpunk, but this one's like rundown. People are poor, people are trying to live day to day, scraps, moving. It's like, dude, it's kind of like sad to see this world in this state because there's like less cars, there's like more horses, it's like controlled by the Benefactor, I guess. It's literally rundown in terms of the midst and the darkness and the sadness, but you still see the light at the end of the tunnel because some of these people, especially Daniel, he's trying to do the right thing sometimes, you know, trying to get back what he can. And of course, what drew me to this movie was of course the romance aspect to it, but that was just a little part of the movie. Of course, like, he's trying to get back to his wife, and you do see scenes of him trying to woo his wife, trying to get his wife, and trying to get back to her. But it's also more than that. I mean, yes, it's a short, self-contained movie about this guy trying to navigate this other Earth. And will he ever see her again? Will God help him out again? Will God do another miracle again? What can he do to get back to his wife? Can he defeat the Benefactor known as the devil? Because the devil's going to put a lot of stops to you, and I can understand that and see that. Why? Because the devil, of course, let's just say the Benefactor, he's like offering Daniel, oh, Daniel, come with me. I can give you this. I can give you money. I can give you clothes. I can give you women. I can give you like sexuality. I can give you pleasure. But see how some of these things are just surface level, and then God, of course, if you believe in God, he'll give you that and much more. Like, he can do other things, because there is a sad thing that happens between the couple, which I'm not going to ruin it for you, but it takes, I don't want to say post-apocalyptic world. I mean, I guess it kind of does, but still, if you're not going to like the religion aspect to it, you'll probably tune out. But still, I think this is a cool movie made because of the production budget, and it's a different angle for us, for like new viewers to know about God. A lot lot of people are not going to read the book, the Holy Bible. Let's just be honest. They're probably not going to read that because they think it's boring. But with this, if God can do this, if creativity can be with this, like if studios, Angel Studios or other studios or production companies can make like religion like fun and engaging like this movie, appeal to new audiences in terms of the sci-fi. Of course, Cyberpunk is a great, it doesn't have religion in that game, although you got to look for it, but still it's two different mediums. I think this would be the way of Christianity and Catholic movies going forward, because to me this is awesome. Like, yes, it's not the greatest movie on earth, but the way religion is incorporated into this new subject material genre, I'm all for it. Like, I want to know about God, and hopefully God's like, he knows that we're doing this video, he knows that I'm praising him. I'm like, dude, this is amazing because this is the way I can connect with you. And I feel like other people can do that as well, because they're not going to read the Bible. Let's just be honest, they're not going to read the Bible. They're not going to read when God opens the water. They're just not. I mean, yes, you do have some diehard religion people, but I feel like we're all trying to be with God in our own unique way. And if God or the studios can make more of these movies, then yeah, sign me up. There's also one thing that I want to talk about this movie before we get to the two of the negatives. There's this bracelet thing called the Deviator, and it's the thing of the shifting between the realms of the earth. I mean, yes, like I said before, it's all surface level. I mean, he does talk to some of them, but it's nothing like deeper. That's not the hidden messages of the movie. It's basically him trying to get back to his wife and resisting temptation from the benefactor, which, as known to me, I felt like was the devil. He's just trying to get back, you know? There's this one character named Tina. She's gorgeous. I mean, she doesn't look like in the photo, but she was in the movie Finding You, which we did also review on this channel. But I feel like two things I have to say before I give this movie a grading. Yes, a lot of people, even when I take my self-likeness out of this movie, a lot of people might find it really slow in terms of like of the narrative, because I don't want to say in terms of the action movie, because there is some action, but that's not the point of it. I mean, yeah, there's some high stakes like shooting involved, or he has to run, or the music intenses as a score, but still, a lot of people could also find this predictable in terms of religion. But even for me, I did guess some things predictable, like as soon as a scene happens, I'm like, oh, this is going to happen now because of God and everything, and like, no way did that take away from the enjoyment of the film. I'm just letting you know I'm taking my self-likeness out of the film just to let you know that it could be a little bit slow at times. A lot of people could find this predictable, because I feel like they will, because I predicted something, so I do understand that audience. But I feel like the God thing, the romance thing, the benefactor known as the devil incarnation of himself in this different earth, I'm like, dude, this is pretty cool. It's like a new creativity that we don't really see in movies these days. Definitely doesn't deserve those Rotten Tomato scores as a 45%. And honestly, at the end of the day, I'm gonna give this a C+/B-. It really depends on what type of viewer you are, but still, I had a good time with this movie, and I don't know, I can't wait to see more of like Christianity, Catholic, God in movies. I thought that was pretty cool. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it so much. Maybe consider hitting that like button and turning on notifications so you never miss a video. And with that, take care, bye.